Vapor. Nothing but vapor. There's nothing to anything. It's all vapor. What's there to show for a lifetime of work? A lifetime of working your fingers to the bone. One generation goes its way, the next one arrives, but nothing really changes. It's business as usual for good old planet Earth. The sun rises and then it sets, and then it does it again and again and again. The same old story. What was will be again. What happened will happen again. There is nothing new on this earth. And no one remembers what happened yesterday. And the things that will happen tomorrow, nobody will remember them either. Don't count on being remembered yourself. You see, I looked most carefully into everything, searched out all that is done on this planet, and let me tell you, there's not much to write home about. The universe hasn't made it easy on us. I've seen it all, and it's nothing but vapor. Life's a corkscrew that can't be straightened, a minus that won't add up. I said to myself, I know more and am wiser than anyone before me in Jerusalem. I've stockpiled wisdom and knowledge. What I finally concluded is that so-called wisdom and knowledge are mindless and witless, nothing but spitting into the wind. Much learning earns you much trouble. The more you know, the more you hurt. I said to myself, let's go for it. Experiment with pleasure. Have a good time. But there was nothing to it. Nothing but vapor. What do I think of the fun-filled life? Insane. Inane. My verdict on the pursuit of happiness? Who needs it? With the help of a bottle of wine and all the wisdom I could muster, I tried my level best to penetrate the absurdity of life. I wanted to get a handle on anything useful we mortals might do during the years we spend on this earth. Everything I wanted, I took. I never said no to myself. I gave in to every impulse, held nothing back. I sucked the marrow of pleasure out of every task. My reward to myself for a hard day's work. Then I took a good look at everything that I'd done, looked at all the sweat, blood, and tears, the hard work. But when I looked, I saw nothing but vapor. There was nothing to any of it. Nothing. And then I took a hard look at what's smart and what's stupid. What's left to do after you've been king? That's a hard act to follow. You just do what you can, and that's it. One fate for all, and that's it. When I realized that my fate's the same as the fool's, I had to ask myself, so why bother with being wise? The smart and the stupid both disappear out of sight. In a day or two, they'll both be forgotten. Yes, both the smart and the stupid die, and that's it. There's an opportune time to do things, and a right time for everything on earth. A right time for birth and another for death. A right moment to plant and another to reap. A right time to cry and another to laugh. A right time to make love and another to abstain. A right time to hold on and another to let go. But in the end, Does it really make a difference what anyone does? I've had a good look at what God has given us to do. Busy work, mostly. God made everything beautiful in itself and in its time, but she's left us in the dark so that we never know what she is really up to, whether she's coming or going. I've decided that there's nothing better to do than go ahead and have a good time and get the most you can out of life. Humans die, animals die. We all breathe the same air. We all end up in the same place. We all came from dust. We all end up as dust. Nobody knows for sure that the human spirit rises to heaven or that the animal spirit sinks into the earth. So I made up my mind that there's nothing better for us humans, men and women, to do than to have a good time. And whatever we do, that's our lot. Who knows if there's anything else to this life? A good reputation is better than a fat bank account. Crying is sometimes better than laughing. Sages invest themselves in hurt and grieving. Don't be quick to fly off the handle. Anger boomerangs. Take a good look at love's work. Who could simplify and reduce creation's curves and angles to a plain straight line? On a good day, enjoy yourself. On a bad day, examine your conscience. God arranges for both kinds of days so that we won't take anything for granted. Stay in touch with your shadow and your light. There's not one totally good person on the earth, not one who is truly pure and sinless. Don't eavesdrop on the conversation of others. What if the gossip's about you and you'd rather not hear it? You've done that a few times too, haven't you? Said things behind someone's back you wouldn't say to their face. God made humanity true and upright. We're the ones who've made a mess of things. Yes, there's a right time and way for everything, even though, unfortunately, we miss it for the most part. It's true that no one knows what's going to happen or when. No one has any say-so regarding the day of death. All this I observed as I tried my best to understand all that's going on in this world. As long as men and women have the power to hurt each other, this is the way that it's going to be. Here's something that happens all the time and makes no sense at all. Good people get what's coming to the wicked, and bad people get what's coming to the good. I tell you, this makes no sense. I'm all for just going ahead and having a good time, the best possible time. The only earthly good men and women can look forward to is to eat and drink well, and make love, and have a good time. Consider it compensation for the struggle for survival these few years that God gives us on this earth. When I determined to load up on wisdom and examine everything taking place on earth, I realized that if you keep your eyes open day and night without even blinking, you'll still never figure out the meaning. No matter how smart you are, you won't get to the bottom of it. Well, I took all this in, thought it through and through, inside and out. Here's what I understood. The good, the wise, and all that they do are in love's hands. It's one fate for everybody, righteous and wicked, good people, bad people, the nice, the nasty, worshippers and non-worshippers. Life leads to death. That's it. Still, anyone selected out for life has hope. For, as they say, a living dog is better than a dead lion. The living at least know something, even if it's only that they're going to die. But the dead know nothing and get nothing. They're a minus that no one remembers. Their loves, their hates, yes, even their dreams are long gone. There's not a trace of them left in the affairs of this earth. Seize life. Eat with gusto. Drink with a robust heart. Oh yes, God takes pleasure in your pleasure. Relish life with the spouse you love each and every day for this precarious life. Each day is God's gift. It's all you get in exchange for the hard work of staying alive. This is your last and only chance at it, for there's neither work to do nor thoughts to think in the company of the dead, where you're most certainly headed. I took a walk around the neighborhood and realized that on this earth as it is, the race is not always to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor satisfaction to the wise, nor riches to the smart, nor grace to the learned. Sooner or later, bad luck hits us all. No one can predict misfortune, like fish caught in a cruel net or birds in a trap. So men and women are caught by accidents all of a sudden. In these instances, wisdom is better than muscle. Wise thinking leads to right living. Stupid thinking leads to wrong living. A calm disposition quiets intemperate rage. If the snake bites before it's been charmed, what's the point in sending for the charmer? The words of a wise person are gracious. The talk of a fool self-destructs. Laughter and bread go together, and wine gives sparkle to life. But it's money, my dear, that makes the world go around. Be generous. Invest in acts of kindness. Love yields high returns. Don't hoard your wealth. Spread it around. Be a blessing to others. This could be your last night. Get on with giving your gift in life before the years take their toll. Oh, how sweet the light of day. Even if you live a long time, don't take a single day, not even a single moment, for granted. Take delight in each life-filled hour, remembering that there will always be another dark day, and that most of what comes your way is vapor. You who are young, make the most of your youth. Relish in youthful lust and vigor. Follow the impulses of your heart. You have to answer to God, to love, for every last bit of it. all you say and do. Live footloose and fancy-free. You won't be young forever. Youth lasts about as long as vapor.